Gwenidapdut, Begumaksulido, Delia. My name is Paul Pike. I'm with People of the Don Indigenous Friendship Center. Hello, my friends, and thank you so much for letting me visit you today. Just sharing a little bit about our Friendship Center, which is based in Stephenville at 35 Carolina Avenue. And we also have another building out in St. George's. So yeah, lots going on. Love to share with you. You're probably wondering a little bit about friendship centers. So we are just one of over 100 Indigenous friendship centers across Canada, and we are one of 3 in the province. So there's one in St. John's, one in Labrador Goose Bay, and right here in Stephenville. So we primarily are in the Bay St. George area, but we also do some work out in Almastaquik, which is the Bay of Islands area as well from time to time. So yeah, so we're a nonprofit organization, and we deliver culturally appropriate services. So regardless of whether people have status, whether they're urban or rural, you can be from Botswana, Africa. It doesn't matter. You're welcome to come in and share with us here at the Friendship Center. Let's see, what are some other things that we do? I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, but we help with everything related to challenges of employment, health, education, justice, and housing whenever we possibly can. Housing especially is something that's really tough, very hard to find resources. So we're trying to do all that we can. We do community cultural gatherings, celebrations, and also take part in ceremonies, workshops, and teachings of all kinds. We have elders that are participating in and cultural bearers that come in and share their knowledge with the community. So it's all good stuff. See, important thing, if I were to think of one word of what the Friendship Center does, it is about connection and reconnection. So, and we've done things in prisons. We do everything, everywhere we can go, from prisons to preschool, high schools, museums, other cultural centers, treatment centers, mental health facilities, anywhere that we can come in and be of service and help people to connect. We do, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic really affected all of us. And at that time, we were forced to do a lot of things from home, online, and we started doing the PDIFC, which stands for People of the Don Indigenous Friendship Center. We do the Monday morning live from our Facebook page. And if you're interested in learning more about the Friendship Center or taking part in those things, you can look us up on Facebook, People of the Don Indigenous Friendship Center. And so we started doing it every Monday morning at 9 a.m. And it's really taken off. It's only about a 20-minute thing that we do, but we get to share a little bit of traditional music, some language. We do a virtual smudge to help people start their day or their week. And a lot of people have voiced that it was a great way for them to feel in contact and to feel a part of, so it's kind of the best. We're doing the best we can to, even when we couldn't get out into the schools or get out into other community organizations, this was one way we could still stay connected, right? We also have some things that we do with youth. Sometimes we haven't started it this year, but we had last year. We did the Youth Northern Games teams. So that's something that's really popular in Labrador, and you might have heard of the high kick or seal crawl, all these different types of sports that go along with the Northern Games. And those originated with the Inuit peoples all across the north. In fact, most schools in the northern regions have their own teams. And we'd love to see our schools be able to have a team as well, maybe someday. Doesn't require a lot of space or a lot of equipment to do it. And it's a whole lot of fun. And one of the things I love about it, one of the values that's attached to it, is kids learn they're not competing against each other so much as they're competing against their own score and their own best, and they're supporting each other. So it's a really good thing. And by the way, we've only been around here at People of the Don about 4 years. We got started in 2017. So we're still fairly new, and we're very fluid in the idea that whatever the communities may need, we try our best to bring those services or those events or knowledge keepers to help in that time of need. One of the things that we've done in the past is called a bohanamasi sharing group. A bohanamasi is a Mi'kmaq word that means helping oneself. So it's a self-help thing. We've used it for everything from support for people in recovery from addictions. Also, it's really helpful for mental health supports, going through, especially a family that may be going through grief. We offer these sharing circles, or even just a generic talking circle, which is a ceremony that we have where people can come and share from their heart whatever it is that they're feeling and stuff. And so they would be there in a confidential, supportive, cultural way. So a bohanamasi sharing group, that's what that is. We also do a weekly hand drum group that meets out in St. George's at our St. George's group in the evenings, Tuesday evenings, and that's open to everybody, whether they have a hand drum or not. And it's a great place to learn about traditional teachings. Again, the values are all interwoven within that. And that's been actually going along even before the Friendship Center got started. So that's kind of at the heart of a lot of what we do, our drum group out there. Every Thursday, we have a social that happens from 1 to 3 in Stephenville. And sometimes they're just general socials. People come by and have coffee and tea, maybe play a game of cards, have a chat, or sometimes people will come in and share, like we have outside organizations that may come in, which is, in fact, anyone that's listening here now, if they're a nonprofit, if they would like to come in and share at one of our socials, just get in touch with me. My email is up on the chat area, which is dop@pdifc.com. We also have themed socials. So, for example, this coming Thursday, we're going to be having a genealogy social, and people can come and share, photos or stories about their family, and it's always exciting. We did one a couple years ago, and it was really fun because we found out within an hour that we were all cousins in this area in the Bay St. George. All of us could go back and find, family relations. It was really good. So again, we're talking about reconnection, and the fact that we do this on a weekly basis allows not just younger people, but also elders and the seniors in the area to be able to have a place to come to and to feel connected, to talk about whatever's going on. In fact, especially with the elderly, we've been able to help. They come in and maybe have a cup of tea and be talking about things when we find out they're having some issues. And it allows us to be alerted to that, and we can, reach out to our community resources and partners and be able to help them out. So it's really useful in those ways. Some people think, oh, you guys are just, hanging out, playing cards and doing this stuff. And it's so much more than that. It's so much more, especially with regards to mental health. It's a really good thing. We do an electric powwow, and you're probably wondering what that is. So out in our St. George's location, we do. In fact, we have one coming up this Sunday, actually, October 17th, from 1 to 3. It's an opportunity for people to come and learn about powwow dancing, and also the traditional Mi'kmaq Gojwa dancers too. They can learn about that. They don't have to have regalia if they don't want. There's no formalities. It's an opportunity to try things and to develop confidence, so that a lot of people like to come and take part in our regional powwow out in Flat Bay in the summertime, and helps them develop confidence. So when they get to that gathering, they can feel like getting out and dancing and feel more confident in doing that. So it's a whole lot of fun. It's called electric powwow because we don't usually have live drum groups. It's all on MP3s. But it's fun for all ages. And there are even people that come that maybe aren't ready to dance yet, but they just want to support other people that are doing it. So it's a lot of fun. And of course, some of you may have been in the Stephenville area this past summer, or this past August, actually. We had the annual Sweetgrass Festival. And that's a 3-day event that is annually. Of course, last year we couldn't do it because of COVID, but we did it the year previously. And it's a celebration of everything, Indigenous culture with cuisine, so foods, both traditional and contemporary music and dance. stories. It's just a really great opportunity for community members to be able to come and actually talk face to face with artists and other cultural people about intimate knowledge about culture and sharing. So it's a lot of fun. We had concerts and everything happening this past summer. We had Eastern Owl out from St. John's. They come and shared with us. Jason Benoit, country singer. So a lot of different genres. They're a part of it. And it's also a great opportunity for volunteers to be able to come and take part in those things, and they get to learn as well. Especially in the summer, as well as in the fall and the winter, we like to do out on the land experiences whenever we can. So something that comes to mind is we do these snowshoe hiking boil ups and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. We get together with snowshoes at a particular location. We'll hike on into a place, have a fire and have a boil up. And of course, while we're having those boils, we're having conversation again. We're learning things. Being out on the land inspires either memories. It also inspires that connection again with, especially if you're Indigenous, wondering about your connection to the land and to your family and to your culture. So, there's a lot. Those are just some of the things that I've talked about. The Friendship Center also has an immigration project for new Canadians that helps people who are new citizens to feel connected in the community and stuff like that. And plus, what greater way to learn about the Indigenous peoples of the land they're living than to actually come and speak to us directly and feel a part of. So that's another great project that we're working on. And we have people working, especially with youth as well. So we're trying to work with the whole community and to really help people reconnect with culture and identity, and especially those values. So yeah, those are just some things about people of the Dawn Indigenous Friendship Center. And I wonder if I can open that up for, maybe a couple of you might have some questions at this time.